G'day guys and girls, welcome back to another video. This is episode 2 of Operation Stage 2. If you haven't seen episode 1, I fit the Whoosh Motorsports short ram intake and it sounds pretty epic. I really like it. I've driven with it for a few days now and absolutely loving it. So go check out that video. The next step is to start upgrading my exhaust. So this again is from Whoosh Motorsports in the US. This is their 3-inch catted downpipe, so very nicely made. As you can see, it's got the flex plate and it's got a 200 cell sports cat in it. Today, the first thing I'm going to do with this is I'm taking it off to be ceramic coated. I don't think that the standard heat shield fits back on it, so we'll get some thermal coating on it. Likely silver, I think, at this stage, but I might change my mind when I get there. So I'll show you through some of the hardware I've got to fit it, and then I'll be dropping this off. Here's the fitting hardware that I've got with it. I've got a 2.5 inch gasket, which is going to go on the other side of the adapter, which was an extra option that I bought because I do have a standard exhaust and I will be getting probably a custom 2.5 inch exhaust, so I will need that adapter. So that gasket is for that. We then have a 3-inch gasket and a ring that goes inside the end here. And this I actually bought from OEM Denied over here in Australia. These are reusable locking bolts for the downpipe. So they are going to be reused up here. Got the downpipe back, as you saw. It took about a week and a half all up from dropping it off to picking it up. Went to Hyper Coatings in Penrith and the coating is fantastic. It's nice and even. Obviously I went for this silver colour. Didn't really matter what colour in the end, I don't think, because it's going to be hidden away under the car. The important thing is going to be that the coating lasts a long time and it stops the heat radiating up into the bottom of the car and into the cabin. We need to get this installed, I think. First step, got to remove the cowl. So you've got 6, I think, clips that just pop off with a pair of pliers. Just get this evap line out of the way. It just pops out. Got to take your windscreen wipers off, and then you've got these little clips in here, little rubber clips. They pop out, and then you can remove your cowl. Once you've got the top of your cowl off, headlight out on either side, got a 10mm bolt here, 10mm here, same on the other side, and then you've got these sort of bendy spring clips. They're just there to secure that in, and then that should lift out. Next, what we've done, taken out the intake silicone hose that I've got here. We're going to take out the crossover pipe, so you've got 2 bolts, and then you're going to go down and get it off the turbo itself. Just a neat little trick. If you move the coolant reservoir out the way, you can see right down in there to the turbo elbow where you need to take off to get to, so that you can get right in there to the downpipe. With the crossover out the way, you can see how much more access you've got, and the cowl removed as well. Got your manifold heat shield, you've got your heat shield down there for your cat, and that's what we're going to be taking off today. With the turbo coolant feed removed, we can now work on the heat shields, and we'll get these 2 off. Progress. We've taken off the intake from here right down to the turbo. We've moved the coolant bottle out of the way. We've taken out the coolant feed for the turbo just so that we can get the heat shields off, and we've got all this room now, so there's obviously your exhaust manifold. All we need to do left is the 3 downpipe bolts, which we're going to be replacing with reusable locking ones. We've got the rear oxy sensor down there, and then the bolts actually into the exhaust, which we'll get from underneath. And then we can start putting it all back together with a new one. So I don't want to get in the way, but access is pretty thin. We've got this downpipe bolt just here. That's the last one to come off. We've still got the oxy sensor in the downpipe. We've got the 2 bolts attaching it to the catback. We've got the exhaust hanger and the cross frame just here. That's going to come out just to give the exhaust a bit of drop, so that we can then have some more room to get this out and get the new one in. There you go, it's out. So after you unbolt everything and make room for it to actually come out, a bit of gentle persuasion, and it's there. So you can definitely see a massive difference in the design, coming from a straight right angle and pretty restricted bend there. You got this massive cat, and then this tiny restriction down here into your flex pipe. Compare that to a nice bend, nice sort of smooth opening for your sports cat, and then just straight through, 3-inch. So it might pick up a little bit of throttle response just because it doesn't have this restriction. Probably not going to pick up anything top end, but we'll also see what difference it makes to the sound, if any, as well. Time to get this one back in. So that's been a mission. We'll just do the reverse now and pop that one back in. Hopefully it goes in a bit easier than this one came out. So there we go, we've got it out. So apparently the new one slides in so much easier than the old one comes out. And that's it. It just feeds it in. We've already got the new downpipe fasteners in, so they're locking fasteners. They're reusable, and it just hooks on, and from there you can start putting it all back together. Just a quick view while Mitch does up the fasteners up there. This is what it looks like now from the exhaust side of things. I just wanted to note as well, we did replace the fire ring also, so that's a serviceable gasket anyways, and that's been done. We've also got the adapter for just here and the gaskets to suit, so we'll put that on also. Match up the standard catback, and from there I think it's just the oxygen sensor from down here, and then we might be done for under the car. Here we go, we're all fitted up. We've got this cross brace back on, and then this is where it joins. We've got the reducer in there as well, so we've got a gasket on each side of the reducer. Obviously you can see there that it just joins to the standard catback for now. We'll see if that changes later, but yeah, everything's done underneath. The lower oxy sensors put in, so we're going to lower the car down and then start working on top and putting it back together. Alright, first start. So it definitely sounds a little bit deeper. It does sound different. Sweet. That's it, job done. That's the Whoosh Motorsports 3-inch downpipe with a 200 cell sports cat. Thank you, Mitch, for installing it. That was probably way more involved than I thought it might be. I knew it was a bigger job, but I didn't realise just quite what was involved. So thank you very much for installing that. It sounds pretty good. It doesn't make it louder as such, but it does change the note of the exhaust, especially like on idle you hear it. Driving in the car, there's no extra drone. You probably just notice the note change just a little bit. With the MP215 map, I don't have an engine light yet, so hopefully that doesn't come on. It should be fine. Maybe a bit different if you have a standard map. But yeah, I mean, it fits up nicely to the Euro cars here in Australia too. So Ron was pretty good to deal with over at Whoosh, and shipping from the US as well is probably a bit more reasonable, so it might be a bit of a cheaper option if people are looking for a bigger downpipe. Alright, thanks for watching. Stick around for the next episode of Operation Stage 2, because I will be revealing what intercooler I bought and installing that with the Voodoo boost pipes. So I'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.